Top 5 tips for playing as one of the Ghostbusters in Ghostbuster Spirits Unleashed. We'll just jump right into it. Number 1, use your P.K.E meter. And in particular, use your P.K.E blast. You'll see that I just used it right there. It is without question the best weapon that you have in your arsenal as a Ghostbuster. It will stun the ghost. It has a ton of versatility, but you probably want to be using it to stun the ghost the majority of the time. It can also be used to detect rifts. It's also an excellent way to immediately wipe out a bunch of minions all at one time. So it's a very, very powerful weapon. But for the most part, its best use is as a means to stun the ghost. And then that way it buys you precious seconds for your team to get over there, lay down traps, and then tether the ghost. So definitely use your P.K.E meter and the P.K.E blast. It is the best thing that you can use as a Ghostbuster. Tip number 2 is just learn the maps. That seems really basic, really self-explanatory. But the reason that it's so important is that it allows you to know when you can take a different route to cut off the ghost. You'll see I did it right there. I turned right and went down a different hallway instead of just chasing the ghost from behind. One of the best things you can do as a Ghostbuster in this game is cut off the ghost and set up certain choke points. If you really learn the maps well and get really good at the game, you can even lay down your trap, pre-lay it down, and then when the ghost runs into you, tether them, and boom, they're right there in the trap. So that is probably one of the single most important things about this game, is learning the maps and knowing exactly where you can go and how you can cut off the ghost at any given time. Tip number 3 is work together. Oh man, this is probably one of the biggest asymmetrical games I've ever seen that really requires teamwork. As you can see right there, I tethered the ghost, teammate laid down the trap. They unfortunately didn't activate it, but that's the general idea. Whoever finds the ghost typically is going to want to be the person who tethers it, and then your teammate is going to want to come in and be the one who throws down the trap. While you have them tethered, then your teammate, after they've deployed the trap and opened it, they can then help you tether it and bring it into the trap for the capture. There are exceptions. Sometimes you can, if you have the right equipment, you can run and find a ghost, stun them with the P.K.E blast, have enough time to deploy your trap, open it, and tether them. But it takes a lot of practice and it takes the right equipment to be able to pull it off, so I wouldn't recommend it. But you really, really do want to work together as best you can. That's how you win in this game, is teamwork. Number 4 is be aggressive, because why not? You know, you're essentially on a timer here. You want to go and find the ghost fast you can. As you can see, the match just started here, and this is an example of what I'm talking about on how you can solo capture a ghost. But I find it right away, deploy the trap, get it out there, tether it, boom, solo capture it. If you can do that at the very beginning of the match, that's huge for your tempo as a team, because anytime you capture the ghost, it gets rid of one of their rifts. So it's massive for the tempo of the team. Tip number 5 is play both sides. And I know that some people will be like, that's rich coming from you, Sledge. You barely played any demon in Evil Dead. This game forces you to do it, number 1. It will give you ghost at random in this game. At the same time, it also forces you to play the ghost tutorial, but it's quite helpful because it gives you an idea of what it's like to play the ghost, what the ghost will be doing throughout the match, and give you a greater idea of like where you can find the ghost. Because unlike, say, Demon in Evil Dead, the Demon in Evil Dead for the most part is just trying to find you. In this game, you're trying to find the ghost. So this will give you an idea like, okay, well, where would the ghost typically go on this map? Where are the good spots for it to haunt things, to possess certain objects? It gives you all sorts of really helpful information that can make you a better player on the Ghostbuster side. So I'd really recommend playing both sides, and you're probably going to have to anyway, because the game is going to force you to play Ghost on occasion. So I would really recommend playing both sides, Ghost sides, because it'll make you a better player. And so these are the top 5 tips that I have for Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Pretty fun game so far. I'll hopefully have more content on this. But if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Yes, if you made it this far in this video, there will be more Evil Dead videos to come. I was just taking a little bit of a break from it because it's kind of a content drought over there. I know that new content just got announced, but I'm waiting for that to come out, and then there'll be more Evil Dead content. But for now, I wanted to make some Ghostbusters videos. Let me know what you think about the video and the game itself, and thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.